So we'll be doing the Sec 1 mock paper today. Okay, if you're in Sec 2, it's perfectly okay. All right, because in the Sec 2 examination, right, Sec 1 work will be tested also. All right, so you treat this as a revision. For those in Sec 1, welcome. We are doing your paper. Okay. So moving on, all right, if you have these things in front of you, that would be great. Things like your exercise book, you can write down some of the notes. If you have the worksheet in front of you, even better, all right, you can write down the answers and the step-by-step solution with me. Stationaries, if you have colored pens, yes, very good. Also, you know that I love colors. And of course, I need your attention and focus. All right, so let us complete paper 1 and let's try to do as many paper 2 from this paper as best as we can. All right, so let's move on. If you have any question, you can actually type on the chat, but keep the questions relevant, right, in the chat portion. Okay, so must be math related, Don't chit chat in the chat portion because I can see. Oh. All right, so looking at question 1. You're supposed to arrange the following numbers in ascending order. All right, ascending, what's the meaning of ascending? Okay, ascending simply means from small to big. So usually down here, I will just write small, just to remind me. And down here, I'll write the word big. Okay, you're supposed to key in the alphabets representing each numbers in the blanks provided. So Sec 1 to Sec 4, you can use your calculator. So use your calculator. Hey, on top of this portion, right, do you see a lot of dots down here? What's the meaning of the dots? It actually means recurring decimal. All right. So if the dot appears at a 4 and appears at a 5, the front and the end, what does it mean? It simply means that it is 0.465, 465, 465, and so on. Can you see that? If the dot only appears at a 5, for example, B, what happens? All right, it means that the 5 is the only one that will repeat. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That's the reason why you must know how to play along with the dots, And 6 over 13, that's where your calculators come in. 6 divided by 13 will give you a press to decimal 0.461538.4. Write a few decimal. And 0.465, can you see the dots are on the 6 and the 5? It means that the 6 and the 5 will repeat. 0.465, 65, 65. Can? All right, then now you have to compare who is the biggest and who is the smallest. As you can see, everybody got the 0.46, okay? So everybody got the 0.46, so that one cannot compare. So you have to compare the next few numbers. So here we have 546. Here we have 555. Here we have 143. And here we have 565. Okay. So which one is the smaller number? Obviously, it's the 143, right? So this one is the smallest really. So we put a C down here. Is that okay? Okay, so this is the smallest. Then who is the next one? All right, you compare the numbers 546. 555 and 565. This is the second one. So A is your second one. Is that true? Next, 555 and 565. 555 is the next one. So it's a B here. And lastly, your D is the biggest. Is that okay? That's how I will do it. All right. And if your teacher, right, in school, right, when they ask you to write in the numbers itself, right, this number itself, please, please, all right, don't write in this red color portion. All right, so if your teacher asks you for the number itself, your answer should be like that, 6 over 13, comma, 0.465 with the recurring dot on the 4 and the 5. B will be the 0.465 with the recurring dot on the 5. And D will be 0.465 with the recurring dot on the 6 and the 5. This is the correct answer if your teacher asks you to write it out. Understand or not? All right, so be careful. Don't write the red color portion. The red color portion is just like you're working. All right, that is for question number 1. C, A, B, D. Moving on. Question 2. Oh, algebra. You're supposed to learn to simplify it. I think it should be quite easy. Let's look at it. So P times 3Q minus P. Remember that your 4 operations still comes into play here. So times is still bigger than your multiplication. So you're supposed to do the times no matter what. So what is P times 3Q? P times 3Q will give you a 3PQ. Is that okay? All right. P times 3Q will give you a 3PQ. You can write 3QP also can. But in terms of the alphabetical order, I like the P to be in front of the Q. All right. And the minus P will just put it in like that. PQ is one family. P is another family. You cannot put them together. All right. They are better off separated like that. So the answer is 3PQ minus P. And that's your answer. Is that okay? All right. So all these one mark question must secure. Moving on. Question 2b, what do we have? X minus 2 bracket y minus 2x. Careful. I did say just now the for operation, the times, right, or the bracket is actually the most important. We always do the bracket first, followed by times and divide, then plus and minus, right? So down here, bracket actually means a multiplication. And very importantly, children, very importantly, the negative belongs to 2. The negative belongs to 2. So you are supposed to do the bracket first. How? Inside here, y minus 2x, can you do anything? You cannot do anything. So bracket, you don't have to do. Next, you have to do the multiplication. Okay. At this moment, you have to do your rainbow method like this. All right. So remember, the negative belongs to 2. You read it as negative 2 times y. Negative 2 must times minus 2x. Minus 2 times y is negative 2y. Negative 2 times negative 2x. Negative times negative will give you a positive. 2 times 2 will give you a 4. X put down here. And what about this x down here? Please bring it down. Put it down here. Can you see that? All right, be careful. Do it slowly. All right, if bracket nothing to do, you can do the multiplication. So now you're supposed to bring all the x family together, right? So x, the plus belongs to 4x. So they come together, plus 4x. And the minus 2y is down here. The minus belongs to 2y here. Just put it back here. And therefore, what do you do next? X can plus x or not? Can. In front of this x is a 1. Never write means it's a 1. So 1x plus 4x is a 5x. 5x minus 2y, can you do anything else? Cannot. Lock it in. This is your answer. All right. X and y, they are of different family. Do not force them together. Next question. Some of you may be thinking I'm too fast. It's okay. All right. Don't worry. All right. If you miss out something, you can actually go back to the recording. All right. This lesson is being recorded. Don't worry. Your face is not being recorded. If you want, you can show face. All right. So this recording will be recorded. Then give us about 2 or 3 days to upload this video into your dashboard. All right. So you can actually click on your dashboard, look for the lesson plan, scroll all the way to the end. There'll be a live lesson portion down there. So the recordings can be there. So if you think that some of the questions you might have missed out or you want to repeat and watch the video again, you can do so. Cool? All right, now you're supposed to simplify 2 fractions. 2 becomes 1. So how? Just like in primary school, what must you do? You must combine the 2 fractions to become 1. The denominator must be the same. So usually, right, I will draw a long line already. And 3 and 4, what is the common multiple? All right, it's a 12, right? 3 times 4 give you a 12. 4 times 3 give you a 12. The denominator must be a 12. I try to combine in the first step already. Remember, for a fraction, if you multiply by 4 for the denominator, you must multiply by 4 for the numerator. You multiply by 3 for the denominator, you must multiply by 3 for the numerator. So can I simplify a little bit? Sure. What is 4z times 4? 4 times 4 is a 16z. And z, I put an extra line down here. All right, because I'm afraid that z and 2 looks the same. So I purposely put an extra line down here. Can? Then this portion, minus, all right, minus here, I will put a minus here. I will be careful. And this 3 down here, 3 times 3. Can I do this part first? Sure. 3 times 3 is a 9. The bracket, I leave it there first. All right, the bracket, I leave it there first. All right, I'm afraid of expanding the bracket portion. How come? All right, because of the minus down here. All right, this part is actually very crucial. Be careful. Okay, so once again, right, the minus belongs to who? The minus belongs to 9. So this is like one set one. Okay, and bracket means times. All right, so what do I do? Minus 9 times 2, I have to do rainbow method here. And later, minus 9 must times minus 5z. Minus 9 times 2 will give you a negative 18. Negative 9 times negative 5z. Slowly. Negative times negative is a positive. 9 times 5 is a 45. The z, you just put it back as a z down here. How about the 16z? Just bring it down. Just bring it down like that. Can you see? And the whole thing will be over 12. All right. So some of you say, hey, can we bring the Z together? Can I just write it out without putting them together side by side? You can do that. All right, that will be faster. So the plus 45Z, right? The plus belongs to 45. So just press your calculator. 16 plus 45, that will give you a 61Z. 61Z. All right. And your negative 18 is still down there. Okay. And the whole thing over 12. Okay. Is that okay? So that will be your answer. Lock it in. 61Z minus 18 over 12. And that is your answer. Is that okay? This is called making two fractions into one single fraction. It's like the same in primary school. All right, you need the common denominator. And the first step, try to combine. Be careful of the minus sign. Because when the minus, you multiply into the bracket, all the sign will change. All right, be careful. Question 3, let's go. Without using the calculator, estimate each of the following. What's the meaning of estimate? Estimate means you have to choose the closest number which you can easily multiply. All right. Let's say 904. 904 is close to what? 905? But 905 very hard to multiply by 7, So why not 904? I can say it's closest, nearest 100, right? It's 900. Can or not? And 72. 72, maybe 70? Yeah. All right. So in this case, right, this one, you have to put an approximate sign. Can you see now? This step. But the next one is an equal already. Next one is an equal because 900 times 70, all right, you can give a standard answer. 9 times 7, you do number by number first. 9 times 7 will give you a 63. How many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3. Just slot in the 3 zeros here. And this will be your answer. 63,000. Can? So you don't have to use your calculator in this case. All right, but do you want to check using your calculator? Sure, go ahead. Nobody knows about it. All right, when the teacher say without using a calculator, actually they wanted to see what? They wanted to see workings. All right, so you just got to show your workings will do. You can still use your calculator to check whether it's the number close. So 904 times 72 is actually 65,088. All right, so 63,000 is quite close. All right. So that is the way to answer such question. And how about this? Without using a calculator again. All right. So as you can see down here, right, they are talking about something called cube root. So you need a number that can be easily cube rooted. So what number is closest to 995 and can be cube rooted? All right. So you can think of what? 729. 729 is 9 times 9 times 9. How do I know 729? Because since primary school, I remember all these very important number already. 9 times 9 times 9 is 729. 729 is not close to 995. The next one is 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. 1,000. All right. 1,000 can be cube rooted. 1,000 can be cube rooted. 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. Right? All right. And 50. You must think of a number that can be square rooted. What is it? 8 times 8, 64. That's too far. 7 times 7, 49. 49 can be square rooted. All right. So in this case, right, this one you have to put an approximate sign. All right. Cube root of 1,000 will be a 10. 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. Square root of 49 will be a 7. All right. And therefore your answer is 17. Is that okay? Whoa. Okay. All right. The reason why I don't want to use the blue to continue writing is because blue on blue cannot see. All right, so I'm trying to change a little bit of color. Answer is 17. If you don't believe, you can try to press your calculator again. What is the cube root of 995 plus square root of 50? Okay, the answer is about 17.054373. Okay, it's fairly quite close to the answer. All right, but once again, right, the teacher say what? Teacher say without using a calculator, it simply means that you have to show working. That's all. All right, show working. Okay. It's also good to train on your mental calculation a little bit. All right, your mental got to be strong in order to do this type of question fast. Okay. Cube root, you must know is 3 sets. Okay. So 7 times 7 times 7 is 343, 888 is 512, 999 is 729, 10, 10, 10 is 1000. Wow. Yeah, all these numbers are very popular. They always comes out. That's why I remember them. Question 4 is about prime factors, HCF, LCM. What is the value of the cube root of P? All right. So just now I did say, right, cube root, right, you must split into 3 sets, right? 3 equal sets in a way. All right, 3 equal sets. So down here, you're supposed to find the cube root of P. Okay, this is called cube root of P. So cube root of P can be written as what? P is written as 2